the European scene, hailing from Russia, being in top shape as always, whether it be WarCraft or with powerlifting. It is HawK. In the bottom left, Mr. Nobody Cares Bro, very dedicated, even playing from LA, this time not as Night Elf, but as Orc, is Neutron. And indeed, we're going to be seeing the Farseer Headhunters as we were expecting. No longer a rush tech. Well, we didn't see that from him, but we saw it yesterday from Kiwi Kaki. It seems like the rush tech really isn't that good anymore. You want to have those Headhunters out early. Once you have 2, 3, 4, you can start trading super efficiently and also start creeping heavily very quickly if you want to.
Yeah, they're the real power here, those Headhunters. You can, like you said, get 4 or 5 out very quickly. Your creeping potential, your fighting potential is just so high. And HawK made a scout tower, but didn't quite morph it yet. Maybe he was waiting to see if the wolves were gonna follow him, and they are. Usually it's a mistake to move out like this. Like, while the wolves are harassing you now, you need to be with your units back at home, but he's gonna try to rely on militia, but he might end up losing a lot of peasants here. I really wonder, like Neutron, he needs to execute this really well. He needs to do max damage the whole time without losing walls, because he knows that they're on the other sides. The Archmage trying to level 3. You know, it's going to be the small green. He could do the merchant next. He could steal the small turtle of Neutron, who needs to kill peasants here. He needs to delay this tech as long as possible.
Yeah, this is honestly the opening by human I like the most. Yeah, it slows down the tech, but you're active out on the map with the AM and you can threaten a burrow cancel and a shop cancel, which otherwise you cannot do too easily. But the tower here being late was definitely annoying. If that had been faster, then the wolves would have been able to be dealt with easier. But now the tower is finally finished and the tech is starting. About 40 seconds or so behind the opponent. And HawK trying to continue to creep. Going for the next green camp. Big last hit right here. Farseer certainly far behind in experience. And Neutron gets it. Item going to HawK. It's the Cloak of Shadows. And HawK even eager to go into a bit of a brawl here without there being defend ready yet.
Yeah, very important still. If that doesn't happen, then HawK, he can creep the small turtle camp near his base with just militia. And then maybe do the small green on the right-hand side and then be level 3. He gets a surround on the Farseer, but that should be an easy breakout without defend here. That may have been a big mistake, actually, going for this. But Neutron needs to pull back the Farseer earlier. He's blocking himself for a little bit. Shop only now started, so his healing capability is not going to be that good. And I see HawK going for a blacksmith. He wants to play rifles against this.
Interesting. Rifleman. And that most of the time means MK as well, right? With the caster strategy, with the Sanctum strategy, we see a lot of Panda, also a bit of Beastmaster. But here it's going to be MK most likely. And with the tech being this late, that seems like a bit of a dangerous choice.
Cobalt Geomancer here. Already low on hit points, but Farseer didn't want to commit. He would have had to attack a little bit and then use Chain Lightning as well. That Footman might go down. It's well targeted. Where's Chain Lightning? He's waiting a long time here, and this Farseer definitely playing it dangerously. When HawK played against Starbuck on this map, I think he was rifle mount tanking second, but he was the militia in the center of the map that really won it for him.
Finally wants to get his level 3, but it's still not so easy to acquire. He could send out the militia to creep in the meantime. He has 8 left, so lumber is looking decent. Also has that early lumber mill. Death Note would approve. But he's not doing it yet.
Let's see, HawK. I'm kind of surprised he's staying out there because you don't have defend, but I guess he's been doing a good job of pulling back Footmen and sending them to the fountain to heal up. Archmage, you want to be careful. He's going to get blocked. Oh, he messed up the block a little bit here, Neutron. If he had blocked a little more, that might have been a Town Pole forced with or without Chain Lightning.
And what has to be said here, on 200 ping, that's really hard to do. Especially when it comes to these blocks and surrounds, HawK is going to have the big upper hand. Well, everything that's, you know, micro intensive. HawK is going to have the big upper hand with the preferential ping. But HawK, man, he just wants to keep fighting. He's not backing off. Ooh, Cloak of Shadows going to keep the AM safe, but the rifle is exposed. But also some headhunters going down.
Yeah, Neutron not doing the best job pulling those back, and now he used the speed scroll for absolutely nothing because there was the Cloak of Shadows. Maybe he should just... Yeah, he should try to damage this Footman, maybe buy a dust after. Yes, Farseer full mana. What the hell is this? Start using some chain lightning.
Are under attack.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadowhunter is catching a footman.
Gonna give HawK a little bit of a notice here as well. He has to be careful now with the AM HP. But also, so does the Farseer. Oh my god, if this one goes down, there was a miss here somehow. Unbelievable how HawK is able to do this much. And definitely not the cleanest early game by Neutron. I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Of course, he doesn't have that much experience with the Orc race. But as he said before, he doesn't feel comfortable with Night Elf versus Human. He's trying it here with Orc. Losing another Headhunter.
MK is almost here. Mountain King. He's got Stormbolt ready, lock and loaded for this Farseer. Neutron trying to make it to the fountain. He might have to double click that town portal, but with the ping, perhaps doesn't go through. And he actually loses the Farseer. This is a disaster.
Oh boy. It is a disaster. Definitely. Shadowhunter now out of mana. Some rifles went down, I think 1, maybe 2. But the MK looking for more kills, and with the Stormbolt that should be easily doable. 1 or 2. That Headhunter gonna get away. Good block there. But painful early for Neutron. Normally with the Headhunters, you're supposed to dominate the early game. This is not what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah. Neutron definitely messing up a little bit here and there. Obviously, ping's not helping. When you go for this build, you're supposed to go for very quick attacks, by the way. Like you should have already have +1 attack and probably queuing +2 right about now, very soon. No upgrades were started, so Neutron, he may have done like a little bit of homework on this strategy, but he's forgetting one of the most important parts of it, which is to get the +2 attack. At least he's adding the bestiary for Kodos.
Nice surround right there. HawK gonna snipe the Overlord. You remember when Infi did this the first time and he blew our mind? And we're like, oh my god, just with MK and Militia, you could snipe this so well. Really cool. And since then, it's been a staple oftentimes for humans to go for this Overlord in the early stages of tier 2. And perhaps even the full camp. HawK, if he wants to be daring, he could try to expand here, but that would be quite bold.
Where's this Shadowhunter going? Kind of unfortunate for HawK to get Cactar, but he can sell it. A grunt queued up? Wait, what? A second grunt even. Okay, Neutron's doing his own variation of this build here. Really weird. He hasn't made a Kodo yet. Definitely needs to. And HawK's ready to fight.
Yeah, Lin before in DreamHack showed this amazing build, right, with going Headhunters into grunts, but he played a tier 2 expansion then, where it makes a lot more sense. Here we're gonna have the tier 3 upgraded Headhunters, where they become so strong and cost efficient. And this Creepjack here, might that be the game already is the question. Shadowhunter in trouble, getting Stormbolted focused. Oh, and the next hero kill. And that's a quick GG. 1-0 for HawK and Neutron with a rough game there on the first one.
Yeah, HawK overjoyed as always after these early wins. That was to be expected, I guess. I feel like Neutron, should you play so close to the edge like the Farseer lost there? Could you prevent that when you play according to ping?
Yeah, it's really hard. Honestly, like at 200 MS, it's actually, unless you've played many games with it, it's actually really hard to like really understand what that feels like. It feels like everything that you're doing happens 2 seconds later. Of course, it's not that much, but that's how it feels. It's just so hard to manage. So very unfortunate that he has to play from so far away, but I guess that's just how it is. He's trying to make the most of it. Maybe play a little more passive. You don't have to play this aggressive. In the start, you can, but then when he saw that the fights weren't going so well, he maybe could have just pulled back a little bit and crept a little more.
Yeah, this is what I think as well. Like, don't try to body block too much, maybe with this high ping. Don't try to dodge Stormbolts. This seems very, very risky to me.
Yeah, it's really rough conditions. Like, Todd and I, we know playing on 150 ping on West India is already horrible. Like,
why would you exclude
terrible.
me?
Well, I think you play a little bit less than we do. But 200 ping, like, that's a complete disaster. But Neutron is still trying his best, you know. He hasn't had much time to prepare. He doesn't have the best conditions, but he's still trying his best. Now, the first map didn't work out too well for him. I think even if it's only a top 16 finish for him, he's going to be satisfied with this season, considering all parameters. But yeah, considering what we just saw and what his situation is like, it's going to be a rough map too, let's be honest.
Yeah, but okay, he seems to be still in a great mood. He's joking in the lobby. He says, this didn't go as well as planned. Oh, really, brother? That's, didn't expect that. But okay, he still has a smile on his face. So yeah, it's good money for him for sure. Some EPT points. And he can use that money to, I don't know, fuel his Los Angeles trip a little bit.
I'm sure Starbucks pretty content with Neutron playing Orc, because that gives him an opportunity to look at how HawK is adjusting after the first match that he had against Starbucks. So it's a little bit of extra studying content, I think, for him to try and get ready for the potential match that we might see tomorrow in the Decider.
Yeah, man, if we got a rematch there, that's bangers. That was super fun on day one already, with an upset, of course. Starbuck eliminating HawK from the winner bracket. But yeah, yesterday against Blade looked already a little different, and HawK has some material to study. Now Starbuck has some more material to study. Who's gonna do the better homework is the question then, I guess. But hey, let's not write Neutron off, even though he says, this was my first game with Farseer Headhunter. I forgot about something. This guy is just...
Forgot about some stuff.
Forgot about some stuff. Hi, Yuri. We love you. We love you. And we'd love to see a little more of a competitive game, everybody. It is HawK with match points. Surviving day 4 would be great to force yet another HawK versus Starbuck match tomorrow. Let's see how this goes.
We go on to Northern Isles. As far as builds go, at least from the Orc side, I doubt we're going to see something else. Farseer Headhunter, definitely what we should be expecting here. HawK this time around has an option to play it a bit differently. You can go on this map for Tuskar Camp at the beginning, which is a heavier investment of Militia, but it's going to result in an instant level 2 for the Archmage. Again, going to slow down the tech a bit. But HawK seemed to not mind that too much, having a late tech and even having such a late second hero.
Do you think the kids in the internet cafe that Neutron's playing in know that they're sitting literally next to a living legend of RTS games?
I'm afraid they're probably playing different games. Dude, are kids even in internet cafes nowadays anymore? Like in Germany, I don't know if I know where an internet cafe is right now.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I grew up in internet cafes, Todd. Let me tell you. My friends and I, back then at 12, 13 years old, we would go out, hang out at the internet cafe and play tower defense and Counter-Strike all day. And it was absolutely wonderful. But those days have come and gone, I'm afraid.
Yeah, because now everybody has high-speed internet pretty much. And it's like way cheaper. Like those prices were kind of outrageous in some of the internet cafes back in the day. Like you really need a lot of money to actually play a lot. I mean, depending on, I guess, the region and how much they charge. Some of them like charge a lot. But yeah, I feel like, you know, that internet cafe in the video of like 4 Kings boot camping for WC3L? You would never find an internet cafe like this now. I don't even remember. What was the city? Some like typical German name, like not too far from Cologne. You saw the video,
China?
right?
I did not actually. In China, it's actually pretty popular still.
Yeah.
We went there.
There's a lot of students living away from home that can't have like a computer and internet access.
Dude, this is an MK first, by the way.
Yeah,
normally in the early game, not too much is going on, but this is an MK first. What's going on here?
Mount tanking against headhunters, you can bolt and single target headhunters really well. So it's something that some players have been throwing in, and also I'm sure that HawK is counting on the fact that Neutron's not even gonna know how to react to this. He's hoping that he will get over aggressive, in which case you just bolt and kill a lot of the headhunters, and then the Orc is like infinitely behind after that.
Would probably have preferred some mana items here. Big mana potion or even a wand of mana steal would have been amazing. Or a big healing. Big invul and throw the beast probably the worst, but whatever. He's gonna continue to creep. Get a mantle here. That's pretty good. Farseer got level 2. And yeah, this is gonna be a first for Neutron. Dealing with his MK. How is he supposed to do that?
Yeah, I think you might have to play like fairly passive at first. It really depends. Like if Human's creeping expansion, you need to be on top of him as he does that. So it's good for Neutron that he's moving in there right now. But if Human wasn't creeping, you shouldn't be fighting him like out in the open. That's where bolts and damage happens. He's gonna see the Mount King now. Oh my god, he just walked right into it.
Ooh. Storm bolts around. I guess he didn't see the MK yet, did he? So this completely caught him off guard. Oh, and that's a great early game for HawK. He's going to be able to creep this camp, the rest of it, pretty easily. He's going to get level 3 from this. What's the item, Todd? Tell me right now.
False.
Pendant.
Oh my god.
Oof.
I think Neutron was trying to keep the Headhunters there, by the way, or maybe he clicked back at home because they were running away from the Farseer. That would have been ill-advised. He definitely should move back with all of it. And I'm guessing he's still gonna go for Shadowhunter second. And right now, like, you know, if Neutron hadn't played any Orc recently, and we think that he hasn't, this is completely foreign territory because, like, it's such a very specific scenario that you need to know as somebody that has played at least a bunch of games against this, and there's no way he knows, like, how this goes from here. He just knows there's going to be a Mount King 3 and that his life is going to be miserable.
HawK is looking for that creep jack. He's kind of exposing his expansion, but since the TP is gone on the other side, it is very unlikely that Neutron would ever be aggressive here. And HawK, he's smelling it. Smelling that blood in the water. He wants to get those kills. 1 kill for level 3. A peon would do it. And he's got defend already. He can poke into the back here quite easily.
Yeah, not level 3 yet here. He needs to kill something, but I don't think he... Oh, actually, yeah, he could get the Headhunter. You might want to split scroll that one out of there, Neutron. If you lose that Headhunter, that's level 3. Denies it. Super well done.
And now it might be time for HawK to be over-aggressive. Use a Stormbolt. If that's the deny. Oh, that was so close to being a deny.
Oh my god, the Farseer. The Farseer. He's in range for a potion. Uses one on time. But he's still surrounded. Not like this.
There's one more Stormbolt. There's an invuln. He has to buy TP if he wants to get out here.
Don't try to be greedy and use that second. Oh my god.
Yeah, with that ping, that's not too easy. But the wolves will clean this up, I guess.
Oh, I really feel for Neutron because he's qualified so many times for DreamHack, but in those group stages, everything goes terribly for him. And yeah, I think he's just infinitely behind now. It's a Farseer level 3 he has to remake from scratch in the altar. I think when he's like that, you almost 100% want to get a neutral hero at the same time so you can start creeping it with your units. He still has quite a few Headhunters.
I think you should cancel the Farseer and just go for Tavern Revive. MK is so weak right now.
Too expensive. Gets the Naga to try and force Town Portal. HawK, kind of greedy, he's just running away.
Oh.
Actually doesn't have a shop yet. This one should go to the Expo. Yeah, just go to the Expo.
Yeah, not going for a shop before the tag does seem quite a bit greedy here. MK living on a prayer.
Oh my god, he's gonna tower rush. No.
Alright, here we go. Why not? Let's do it.
Taker is somewhere traveling in America, tuning into this. My legacy lives on.
And HawK's trying to do something with the MK and footies. I mean, the MK is almost dead. But the footmen are not, I suppose.
We should have gone barricaded spikes, by the way. It would have been amazing against this many footies. On the other side, Militia being dealt with. Neutron kind of kiting. He's not reacting back at home, though. Oh my god, Neutron. Fill those burrows up. Start a grunt as well, I guess, against these many footies.
It's gonna be a lot of peons dying here shortly if he doesn't send them into the burrows. Oh, 1, 2, 3. And it's gonna be no more mining left. We have towers coming up across the map. Neutron still with some gold left. When the Farseer pops out, he should be able to clean this all up with the wolves, but it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, Neutron trying to go for the tower. And now the Naga is gonna get a lot of her mana drained. Farseer headed across the map. Leave some wolves at home at least.
Here 2 about to finish, so the MK can go for potions. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Gonna go for mana pot and heal pot right away. Probably. 1 Stormbolt ready. 1 shot, 1 kill. Level 4 MK. 30% bash chance now. Hell yeah. But needs to get to that shop first.
Yeah, he's just gonna go around. But one of the footmen keeps this busy. One of the Gal Tower looks like he's gonna finish here. And those footmen are going ham on the other side.
Oh my god.
They're ignoring the wall.
Alive. These wolves are taking a long time to clean up the footmen. MK getting chased, speed scroll active, but he's got the potions. He's fine. That shop here helping him tremendously. Wolves gets a bash as well. The wolf is at his door, but he doesn't care.
And HawK can combo the Pendant of Energy drop with mana potions now to regain a lot of mana and have a lot of stone bolts.
It was a little bit greedy here by HawK, but it seems like he has stabilized. Did he buy any mana pot yet, or?
I haven't seen.
I
Actually, he doesn't have much gold. He's been losing a lot of units. He had like trying to make towers. He's doing everything. Footman coming back in on the other side. Neutron. I don't know if he's using the headset for the internet cafe, but he's not hearing those attacks.
So painful. So expensive. HawK is mining off of 2 bases, and Neutron is not mining at all, basically. It seems to be a matter of time only until HawK has this. Only thing Neutron has going for himself is those towers. 19 supply only left for the Orc. MK dropping low, but heal potion is there once again. And now we're gonna have another tower up, so 2 guards and an arcane tower. Neutron gonna TP back home, trying to finally clean up this Footman mess.
And I love the adaptation by HawK, by the way. Like, he's like, oh, my Mountain King's really low. Usually you would go for a Blood Mage every time for mana, but he's like, mana is fine, I can get Clarity, his mana potions. He gets a Palace second. And keep his Mountain King alive better.
And that MK now level 5.5. The paper mache towers are gonna give him a bit more.
Just use French words.
I'm multilingual, bro. Didn't you know?
Yeah, right.
I think that's the word, though, that's used in many languages. We also,
Okay.
in German, we say papier-mâché and paper-mâché. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty common. Pretty common.
Alright. Footman clearing out the last tower. Tunnel would be perfectly fine after that. I mean, even 1 tower is just not enough damage. 18 supply to 31. HawK's starting to have quite a bit of a bank. He goes into castle. I mean, why not? Do whatever he wants here.
You could just go Blood Mage 3rd and just win this with heroes only. Why not?
Really, he could make like 2 more tunnel and spam like 80 supply of peasants and win.
MK getting more and more experience as well. The level 3 hammer is going to be pretty good soon. He is out of potions though at the shop. He's had like 3 or 4 heal pots, so that one should be on cooldown now.
He could write an F with Scout Towers, like that Smash guy did in the popular clip we saw recently. That double aviary. Neutron, you know, he's being persistent here. He's still trying to win this, but he has to know how far behind he is with the expansion running the whole time. Trying to go for a dive on the Paladin. He's actually, if he cannot make
nice
it back
block.
to the, yeah.
That was nicely done. It's gonna be a consolation prize. Oh my god, there's a new potion in the shop. Come on, HawK. You could have given him that one at least, but no mercy from HawK. Mana potion. Boom! And that might be the end here. Farseer doesn't have a TP anymore. A bash to finish things off. Not even needed. He really doesn't want to give him this paladin.
He's gonna dive. He's gonna dive. Watch this. This is the MOBA experience.
Oh, the bash! Come on, give him the kill. Alright, he got the kill. Moral victory. GG. Good luck next round. And we will see HawK in that next round, the lower bracket, the rematch.